Okay, welcome to the spoiler section where we get to, you know, talk to all the... Okay, so here's the thing. The Kessel Run has a space monster in it. And normally I love space monsters. Yeah. But I knew that none of the tentacles or anything are gonna destroy the ship or hit the ship or hurt Han or do anything. So then, in that case, as a moviegoer, you're watching it and you're just, you know, you're watching a big CGI effect that is gonna fall into that maw black hole and get killed. And that's exactly what happens. There's no tension whatsoever. And they're being pulled towards the maw. Oh no, we lost engine power. Woo! And it goes... oh my God, Lando's gonna die, Chewbacca's gonna die, and then, you know, the engines come on because they put a drop. And this substance that's never been really mentioned before, what probably was mentioned in one line or something, is everything centers around this thing, and it's so important in this film, this hyperfuel. They put one drop, and then that's how they get out of that situation and make the Kessel Run in less than 12 hours. Nobody thought about that? Nobody thought of fucking boosters in the Star Wars universe to get through the Kessel Run in a quicker time?
Well, I mean,
they went through the maelstrom.
We're talking about a universe that capital weaponry can't go past 35 kilometers
in
space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's based on World War II, so I will excuse that. But okay, so I don't know.
The lines were so bad.
Yeah, like
when at the very end where Amelia Clark, Kira, has only been hanging out with them for like 2 days, and then she's like, you need to go save Chewbacca because he needs you.
Oh yeah,
and you're gonna need him. It's like, are you fucking psychic? Yeah. What is this shit?
Yeah,
this is horrible.
And she knows the entire Star Wars universe is about to happen in her head, I guess. But no,
she's a Sith.
Well, yeah, but it's still stupid.
She's not a Sith.
I know.
She's a servant of the. So the big spoiler and the one exciting thing for me. So okay, I will admit this film surprised me in one area. I thought Kira was going to betray them. I was like, this is so fucking obvious. It is too obvious. And they realized that. And I should have saw that coming. If something's too obvious that you're about to get betrayed by the girl that you love. And so this whole story was Han's love story with Kira. I just don't buy because I know he doesn't end up with her. And he's going to end up with Leia. So that had no gravitas. Even though I liked Kira's character the most out of all the characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
But she mentioned the Krav Maga. No, that's actual karate. Terakasi, which was the terrible PS2 game. You know, the Masters of you know that fighting game.
Masters of Terakasi.
Yeah, but that actually it's not a reference to that game. Terakasi does exist in the Star Wars universe, so it's cool to actually see that. And she does do a little bit of swordplay.
It didn't show it.
She did the Terakasi in the next room.
Yeah,
and you didn't even get to see it.
Yeah, but there's one scene where you see maybe 5 seconds of it, but that's why I'm mad. I'm mad about it, and I wanted to see more of that, but they show a little bit of it, and she attacks her boss, who uses these brass knuckle lightsabers, vibro blades, right? Yeah. Okay, so turns out she's not the traitor. Turns out the Woody Harrelson character, who's this father figure to Han, turns out to be the betrayer. And he's like, I told you.
I saw that coming a mile away. As soon as he said, don't trust anybody, I was like, you're going to betray him.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I told you don't trust anybody. It was a
heist movie. I mean, you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was looking at it too much in the meta way, like, okay, this character that Han loves cannot stick around, so they're going to find some way to get rid of her. So I thought that's how they were going to do it. But, okay, but the big reveal is that Darth Maul is in this film. He looks badass. His lightsaber looks a little different.
He's got metal legs.
He's got... Did he have metal legs? I didn't look at his legs. Oh shit, that's cool.
Because apparently Rebels is canon.
Right, so that's what I'm really concerned. Right, and he actually creates his own faction. Well, this isn't the expanded universe. I don't know if they touched on it in Rebels, where he had the Crimson. So what is this order? Is Crimson Red or Crimson Order or something like that? Where he actually gets mad at the Emperor for casting him out, and he hates the Empire too, and he'll fight the Emperor's forces. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, you shouldn't have betrayed, Darth Maul like that. And so I'm excited about seeing more of Darth Maul. They tease him, and now Kira is his underling, and I've got more work. We're going to be working a lot closer, audience. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Darth Maul.
The apprentice.
No, I don't think so. I think she's just a
the
servant.
way she fights.
Yeah, sword fighting, all the other stuff.
The way she fights, I think they're gonna make it Darth Maul's apprentice.
That would be fucking tight.
Because he already said we're gonna be working a lot closer.
No, I don't think they're.
In other words, hello audience, apprentice.
Right? No, that's not what's happening. It's his order. He's not gonna be her master. He's going to just because there can't be in canon. You can't have more than 2 Siths. But I guess Darth Maul doesn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, because the Emperor betrayed.
But I don't think it's the same. I think it's just he set up this Crimson Blade organization, and that's how it worked because he was working with the other guy. Was that other guy his apprentice? No, it wasn't. So she's not going to automatically become his apprentice, even though I would love to see it because I want a dark-ass female, like fucking badass-looking Sith female, Ventress or something.
I really think she's going to be the apprentice.
You're absolutely
The other
wrong.
guy, I think, was just a pawn that Darth Maul was using. Because remember, Sith set up these giant networks to work for them, right?
Yeah.
This is Darth Maul's network that he's created.
Well, hell, I would love to see it, but we've never had reference of that in Star Wars Rebels. What I'm curious of, are they going to wipe away Star Wars Rebels canon and just do whatever they want with him? Because we know how Darth Maul ends. And this is the spoiler section, so we're going to have to go into spoilers for Star Wars Rebels as well.
No, I didn't watch it. Oh.
Okay, well...
I don't care.
Well, so I'll just say this, is Darth Maul's story ends there. It ends in Star Wars Rebels, and it ends on Tatooine with Kenobi, the way it should. He finally tries to get his revenge on him. So I wonder if that's where they're going to end up with this Darth Maul. But do we need to see that on screen? Yes, maybe that sets up Kenobi.
Yes, absolutely.
That would set up Kenobi. That would bring in the opportunity, bring in Ezra and the fucking crew. You know, holy shit.
Can we please get some more trained Sith and Jedi on screen?
And Caden,
please.
I'm
tired of these. I'm tired of these fucking amateurs, with lightsabers and shit just flailing around.
Right.
Give me some more choreography, please.
The lightsaber battles and shit. I'm actually excited for a Boba Fett film because I want to see more of the because I thought the smuggler kind of stuff is interesting. But now that I think about it, it's just gonna be another heist kind of thing.
Yeah. The one thing I really liked about this was, and I'm not 100% sure this is what they were talking about, but the chick, the pirate chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Marauders.
Was that the mask of Mandalore that she had?
No,
she said
she's not a Mandalore.
Wore the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I wasn't even clear.
She seemed like a Mandalorian.
Was she the Marauder the whole time?
Yeah.
The young girl.
The young girl.
Or because they didn't make that clear to me. I thought that she's like, my mom died and didn't survive.
No.
I took the mask. So that was the first time we saw her, and that was the first time she was on the beach. But she was the whole time.
She was there the whole time. She was talking about her mom.
I mean, you could tell it was a female, and I had that ruined for me initially. So they made this huge deal that she's a female, and the whole audience is supposed to be like,
and no one was.
And she had Mando armor too, which I was like,
no, that's not Mandalorian armor. No, that was it's very similar, but that was not Mandalorian armor. Mandalorian armor is always Boba Fett style and small variations on that Boba Fett armor, and that was not Boba Fett armor. Though they're just simply Marauders. They even gave them a name. I didn't catch the specific name. It's just a group within the rebellion that's going to help start the rebellion. And then there's another spoiler. All that hyperspace fuel, Han starts the rebellion inadvertently. He gives them the hyperspace fuel, even though I don't think Han of that time would do that. Here, take all the fuel for free and give me this tiny little piece. No, he'd want to make money.
Well, it was after Kira's all like, you're the good guy. And he's like,
maybe I am the good guy. I know this is worth 60 million credits, and we were trying to argue over 500, just a year ago. But I'll give all this away. I'll give you the richest guy ever, or I'll just give it all away.
Yeah, and I was really hoping to see some stuff like Chewbacca's swore an oath to Han for saving his life.
Yeah, I was waiting for the life debt.
No,
there wasn't. They never once said life debt.
They never said life debt, and that could have been this emotional connection. They had a little bit.
Because I know Han saved his life, like even on the train. And
but they never mentioned it.
Yeah, I was expecting Chewie to say something and Han go, "What the fuck's a life debt?"
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was hoping.
Great.
I was like, there it is.
See, that's the kind of stuff you wanted to point out, but instead they're doing other kind of stuff to point out, like this. He fucking has this dice. We never really seen the hand fuck with the dice.
Yeah, it was on fucking the entire time too.
They try to tie in all the thing with the dice. She hands him the dice. He grits the dice. He puts the dice on his speeder. They put the dice on the fucking Falcon. Come on, Han didn't give a shit about those dice. He probably just got somebody else put that in his shit.
Chewie did rip some guy's arms off, though you didn't see it. You just see him stand up and hold up two guys' arms.
Yeah, I was happy about that. I wanted to get some of the darker stuff, and Han shoots first. Yeah. So they finally Star Wars Disney is actually saying fuck you, Lucas. Han shoots first. So that's a huge spoiler that I liked.
Yeah.
Because so obviously Woody Harrelson's character, this sort of father figure, betrays him, and he leaves with Chewbacca with all the hyperspace fuel, and then that's when you have the final fight between Kira and Han and the villain of the week with the scars on his face for no reason. Vision. Yeah.
Vision.
And so then Han, they beat him. But this whole time, Woody Harrelson's walking with Chewbacca to his ship, but yet somehow Han has time to fight and then run around the desert and then
he was just standing there waiting.
And he was standing there waiting for him. And it's like, what? This is physically impossible.
Did you see Episode 8? I mean, even if you're going full speed as fast as you can, all you have to do is go this way, and then magically you're faster.
Oh, you're faster. Got it. And so then, he tries to talk his way out of it to try to distract Han. He's getting his weapon, and Han just shoots him. It's like, oh, fuck.
But he lived so long afterwards. He's like, you shot me in the heart.
That was the right thing to do.
But it was the right thing to do. I would have shot you. And
audience, don't be mad at Han for shooting first. He's still a good guy because, I was going to kill him anyway. Okay, so I'm going to die now. No, but he's still a good guy. Don't worry about it.
I have to reference the
you did the right thing.
To play.
Yeah. So, but I did like
that.
I did like that he shot first, and now that pretty much confirms. Fuck George Lucas. He shot the hell and murdered Greedo. Get the fuck out of my way. That's the Han I like. But oddly enough, this Han is nothing like that Han. He's always smiling, always making jokes, and there's no...
Every character
there's no good charm or bad boy kind of thing to
he's
him.
annoying. Yeah. And all of the characters that talk to him call him annoying.
He's too happy-go-lucky annoying rather than charming.
Yeah, because Han was more sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Than trying to be happy all the time. He was actually very narcissistic.
Yeah, exactly. They should have done that more. Yeah. And like seriously, how could you consider that I am, this? That's the way he is. Like, I'm the best at this. But we got a little bit of that, but it didn't really work. So
he kept telling us how good of a pilot he was, and they show none of it.
Yeah. They didn't shy away from death in this, though. A lot of the crew that Woody Harrelson's character puts together for that train heist dies. The old pilot, Woody Harrelson's sort of love interest or partner. So they killed off a bunch of people.
The only thing that was the only thing that I liked about the Kessel Run is it finally explained why the measurement is in parsecs.
Right. Right, because there was some broken lore. He's like, but
it's supposed to be time, and it's like, no, actually, it is distance because they just took a shortcut.
Yeah, and then somebody questions him later on about doing it, and he's like, just round up, just whatever. He just dismissed it. Yeah.
Other than that, it was so short-lived.
Yeah.
Well, it happened.
Average.
Yeah. It was a movie.
It happened.
Is this all the spoiler discussion
That's
we
pretty
have
much
about
it.
This? Wow. That's kind of weird for a Star Wars film to,
It didn't have much.
Okay, so we got to talk about the actual Falcon, and so he, turns out that Lando cheats. Mm-hmm. In this card game.
Well,
you think he's gonna win the Falcon, but he doesn't because, Lando cheated.
Yeah, I mean, later in the films, Han even says, you cheated.
Yeah.
And Lando's like, you never do that.
Yeah, and at the end of the film, they made sure to make time for Han to go back. This time, he sees the little gadget on Lando's hand, and he got him. He got him, and then he's just a better player.
They had the little playful thing that, you know, when they first introduced the character, he walks up and he's like, oh, why I oughta, and they have that weird, are you gonna hit me, are you gonna hug me thing, and they had that, which was kind of neat that they did, but it's more like Star Wars fans cosplaying as these characters that I like. I didn't believe at all that these were the characters, that they were younger, that I mean, it was rough.
And what's interesting is now, in the Star Wars universe, Han has to stay away from Lando. They can't see each other again. So that they maintain that level of relationship where, oh, you son of a... Come here, you.
Yeah.
I guess they could go on another adventure, but then they would have to end it. You would have to know how it ends, where they're kind of mad at each other again.
I don't think they've ever said that they've done anything other than that one time.
Yeah.
I mean, supposedly they're really good friends, but...
Well, they could allude that they did something else. You got a lot of balls showing your face around here again or something like that. So he could have been a different mission. And honestly, they really want to. They want Han Solo 2, and I bet you they want Han Solo 3. They want to do a fucking trilogy. Even though they're doing a new trilogy with Rian Johnson, which, I mean, after the job he did on Last Jedi, I'm like, really? Do you think he earned it? It was more like he was an easy director to work with, and they're like, we need a lot more Star Wars films. We like you, so you get 3.
We'll bend over to our creative will.
Yeah, you get 3. So now after Han, I'm worried about those 3 films from Rian Johnson. I don't really want to see a sequel. The only reason why I would want to see a sequel is for Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And
you don't even have to do a solo movie.
It's crazy to me. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Kira and Darth Maul are the most interesting characters in Han Solo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Do a Darth Maul movie.
L3 was kind of interesting, but then they just...
Oh, L3. Yeah, I kept thinking that was Brienne of Tarth. But she was already in fan.
Who was the
I have no... I think it was the other girl, very famous, sort of blonde, and she plays an albino, I think, in one. Who's the lady that in Doctor Strange that teaches him? The master.
Oh, was that her? Oh, okay.
I think I'm not 100% sure, but her voice sounded very similar to hers. But yeah, I liked her, but it kind of felt the whole Force thing where
very forced.
She's trying to liberate the robots and.
But there was tension
but she's
there.
Sexual. She was attracted to Lando. And
no, Lando was attracted to her. She was not into Lando. And then, but apparently they found a way to make it work.
They referenced that she was into him. She's like, well, maybe, and so that's just that she's trying to hide it.
He is robosexual.
Yeah. Wow. Hello. But he never did that. He had an opportunity to. But
I did like that Maeve from Westworld was in the movie. I was just like, it's Maeve.
Who's Maeve?
You don't know Maeve?
Nah, I watched Westworld, but it's kind of forgettable a little bit. Who's Maeve?
She's basically the prostitute.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So
she's like the
you're right.
Person. Yeah, I saw her and I was just like,
Yeah.
Because I like that actress.
Warwick Davis was in this movie.
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
Kind of a forced little
makes a cameo. He's one of the Marauders with a rocket launcher. Yeah. There's no post-credit scene, so don't stick afterwards after that. Sorry, it's super late here, guys. I don't know, it's 2 in the morning, and honestly, I'm a little depressed after seeing this. That I'm starting to worry about the Star Wars universe and the direction going forward. Because if they want to pump out more Han Solo films, and they're just fucking dicking around. They're dicking around. You have so many interesting stories to tell in the Star Wars universe, and that might be why they fast-tracked this whole Rian Johnson. That they knew all this stuff coming, like, oh fuck, we shouldn't have done this movie. Ryan, do you want to do 3 new movies? And you can do whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. Just make it brand new. And so now they're course correcting. But no, they've set up sequels for Han. So they want to do it. They want to do it all. They want to do fucking 8 Star Wars films a year.
God damn it, Hollywood. Just Old Republic, please.
Yes. Okay, I want 8 Star Wars films a year if you give me Old Republic stuff. That is, I mean, fucking tons of Sith versus tons of fucking Jedi. And the Mandalorian Wars.
That great hyperspace war with Revan. Let's have Revan when he wasn't a little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the saddest part. Rian Johnson said that his new trilogy will not be
course not.
And if it was, I don't think I'd be more excited about any franchise or movie series in a long time than that one. It would be a 11 out of 10 on the hype meter.
I know Star Wars fans everywhere would eat up the Old Republic.
Yeah, I know.
And they even just announced the Old Republic.
So maybe they're holding that in their back pocket just in case things go to shit and they turn into DC and they're like, oh fuck, we really need to.
Let's have 5 more Solo movies, man, and then maybe.
And then we'll get Old Republic. So go ahead, Disney, run it into the ground, you pieces of shit.
Let's have 6 more.
Because you're gonna need to give us what we want.
Let's make a Saw franchise out of this. Yeah.
Oh god. All right, guys, we'll do a separate discussion. Go ahead.
I was just saying, if you give up like I did, like I'm not disappointed. Like things are fine. Like I'm not depressed.
Okay.
It's just like I knew they're dead to me. It's just I gave up on them. So it's like you can't disappoint me anymore because I don't care.
Well, as you can clearly tell, me and Angerbeard are holding on hope.
And it's sad. I appreciate what you're doing, but it's just like you just need to give up.
Yeah,
we're easier down here.
All right. Well, so we'll do a separate video, state of the Star Wars universe, kind of go over the the direction Last Jedi, where it's going or where it's been. But that's our opinion for Han Solo. Average, entertaining, but disappointing overall for a Star Wars film, and making me question the direction of the Kathleen Kennedy era for Star Wars. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and we shall see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.